Xena and her boyfriend Lei are insanely in love. However, their love is not the normal kind of love. It's psychotic and sadistic, and as we see throughout the movie, it has fatal consequences for both of them. As the movie rolls in, we see Xena and Lei in a courtroom. Khun, a famous gangster and underworld crime lord, has been caught and is on trial for robbery, murders, drug dealing, and assaults amongst many other crimes. The judge finds Khun guilty. However, Xena, who is Khun's lawyer, pleads with the judge to change the decision. Before the court proceedings can move further, Lei gets up from the benches and, with the members of Khun's gang, starts killing everyone to break Khun out. After Lei has killed everyone, he and Xena start an intense makeout session in the courtroom. Khun interrupts them by asking them to break him out. However, they simply start laughing at him. Khun is surprised, and then he notices Xena and Lei are holding an explosive device in their hands. It goes off, killing Khun, though Xena and Lei are unharmed. It might be confusing to the viewers. Why did Lei and Xena kill Khun when they worked for him? A flashback scene explains it all. Xena was assaulted by Khun when she was first brought to him. Lei had to watch, and at that time he was unable to do anything. He did try to kill Khun using the gun in his hand, but the gun was out of bullets, and that was when Lei promised himself and Xena that he would take her revenge on Khun. In the present, Lei has taken his revenge on Khun for Xena. However, there is a whole assortment of police and SWAT teams waiting outside the courtroom. Their job was to escort Khun after the court hearings, but when Captain Gu hears the first gunshot, he rushes inside with his team. The SWAT team fights out with Lei and his men, while Xena pretends to be a hostage. Gu saves her, only for her to stab him. Still, Gu manages to capture both Lei and Xena. Lei is not ready to go down without a fight, and he detonates a bomb which kills him and blinds Gu. Xena is devastated and vows to kill everyone Gu loves as she is captured. As the scene progresses, we are introduced to Gu and the rest of his family, which is just his daughter Sia and best friend Yan. Gu is extremely traumatized and the event haunts him every day. To make things worse, he is blamed for the incident and the death of the SWAT team as he was the sole survivor. He loses his job and starts losing his mind and his sanity as he is now useless. Sia tries her best to keep him distracted and busy, and she plays the violin to soothe him. Soon, Gu realizes he needs to move on and he starts to work on bettering his other senses, like hearing, now that he is blind. One day, Gu manages to catch a ball thrown at him. Seeing this, Sia throws multiple balls at once to him and he is easily able to catch them, meaning he has heightened his other senses. He is also able to tell Yan's position in the room simply by sensing his presence. On the other hand, Xena is imprisoned and Khun's son, Kang, is now the leader of the gang and wants to kill Xena to avenge his father. To capture her and torture her, he sends a petition to the prison to transfer her to Manila. However, Xena refuses to sign the consent papers as she is well aware of Kang's plan to kill her. Meanwhile, Sia and Gu travel to Manila too, so that Sia can participate in a symphony competition. In the theater, Sia loses her Rosen and is unable to perform. All the other participants move on stage and Sia is left backstage, where a group of men kidnaps her. Since Gu has heightened his senses so much, he can tell that Sia has not participated yet. He calls her, but when she picks up, all he can hear is her screams. He rushes to the parking lot, but is unable to catch the vehicle Sia is in. He calls the police and lodges a complaint. After a few hours, Gu is informed that a deformed dead body has been found near the river, and it has been identified as Sia's due to the ID card on the body. When Gu touches the hands of the body, he realizes it is not Sia's. The hands of the body are smooth, whereas Sia's hands have calluses on them from the years of violin playing. However, the ID card is concrete evidence and the police refuse to entertain any other ideas. Gu attacks the police officer in his rage, and this incident is shown on live TV. Xena sees this too and accepts the petition to be transferred to Manila as that is where Gu is. As the scene progresses, we are shown Xena masked and chained in a prison bus with several guards accompanying her. Suddenly, the vehicle comes to a stop and Xena comes out having killed everyone inside. When Kang hears about her escape, he kills the guards in anger and orders his men to find her and bring her to him. In the police station, Gu is being told his daughter is dead no matter what he says. He realizes the police won't help him and escapes the first chance he gets by knocking out 2 police officers in the police car. What he does not know is that Xena has been driving the police car. She pretends to be a police officer instead of revealing her true identity and tells Gu she will help him find his daughter. She does this for her revenge plan though. She wants to kill Sia to fulfill the promise she made the day Lei died. In the next scene, we see Sia, who is under the imprisonment of Kang along with many other girls. Kang kidnaps these girls and sells them for good rates through the dark web. Sia catches his eye due to her beauty and he raises her price. Returning to Gu and Xena, Xena tells Gu about Kang's traffic ring as she is well aware of his dealings and tells him the police can't help him as they have been bribed by Kang to keep silent. The duo decides to use Xena to get into the place where the girls are kept. They find the number of the dealer who takes the girls and sends them to an old woman. The old woman checks if the girls are worthy of being sold. She approves of Xena, but when Xena is sent inside, the old woman points a gun at Gu as she senses he has an ulterior motive. Gu, however, knocks her out before she can shoot, as with his heightened sense he was able to tell she was about to shoot him. Gu goes inside to get Xena, but both of them are caught. In the meantime, Kang starts a live stream on the dark web to sell the girls. However, when Sia starts playing the violin as part of her pitch, Kang turns the live stream off and decides to keep her for himself. He tries to touch her, but Sia attacks him, to which he vows to teach her a lesson and raises her price again. Back to Xena and Gu, who have been caught by Kang's partner, Beth. Xena is hung upside down while Gu is imprisoned through a chain collar on his neck. Beth and Xena engage in banter, with the former taunting her about her boyfriend's death and the latter laughing at her. Xena is submerged in water for misbehaving and is brought back only when she starts to lose her senses. In the meanwhile, Gu breaks his chain and manages to kill the guards and save Xena's life by breaking the water tank. Beth is unaware of the duo killing the guards and informs Kang she has Xena. When she comes to check up on them, Xena and Gu hold her hostage and tell her to tell them Sia's location. Beth refuses to say anything until Gu holds a piece of glass to her neck, on which she tells them the girls are with Mai, Kang's right-hand man. Before Gu can let Beth go, Xena pushes her, which kills her as the glass shard goes inside her. The duo then goes to a house that Xena claims is hers, where in reality it is of a police officer Xena killed. Xena cleans Gu's wounds and Gu is shown to still not know her true identity. On the other hand, Kang discovers that Xena has escaped and killed Beth and orders Mai to look for them. Mai and his men, along with the police officer Rama, arrive at the house Gu and Xena are staying in. Gu senses their presence and sets up multiple traps in the house, so when they enter the house, a gas cylinder explodes, which kills most of the intruders. Mai attacks Gu while Xena fights off the remaining people. Mai is brutal to Gu and is almost about to kill him when Gu jumps out the window using a rope he set up earlier. He enters the hallway and ties the rope to an elevator and captures Mai using that rope. When Mai is tortured by Xena and Gu, he tells them the location of the girls. However, when the duo reaches there, none of the girls are Sia, which means she is going to be sold the very next day or has been sold already. In the meantime, Jan arrives in Manila too, but when he inquires the police officer Rama about the case, they give him no clues. Jan decides to look for Gu on his own. It is then revealed that Gu smelled a rotten corpse in the apartment he and Xena stayed in, and so he holds Xena at knife point and asks her to reveal her identity. To that, Xena repeats the promise she made to kill everyone Gu loves the day Lei died. Before Gu can do anything, Jan arrives and points a gun at Xena. However, Xena kills Mai, which means she is now the only one who knows where Sia is, and therefore they cannot kill her. Xena gives Gu a shard of glass and asks him to choose between Jan and his daughter. Gu does not hesitate before stabbing Jan, but he does not stab him deep enough. The duo, Xena and Gu, then sit in a car and have a little bonding session where they tell each other about their pasts. Xena reveals she was sold by her dad to a gang, due to which she killed her father when she found him again. Ever since then, her only family had been Lei. Now she wants to kill Sia so Gu can experience the same pain as her, as Zia and Jan are Gu's only family. They visit a black market gun seller to load up before they visit Kang. Little does Gu know that the seller was the middleman in the deal in which Xena was sold, so she kills him and steals the entire van of weapons. Secretly, Gu gets some balls from the van too. We then see Sia as she is again about to be live streamed in front of the dark web. Kang asks whether she wants to be sold or stay with him, to which Sia replies her father will save her. All of a sudden, the van breaks into Kang's place and Xena fires at everyone through the safety of the van, as it is an ammunition-carrying van and is bulletproof. Meanwhile, Gu throws a ball to Sia to inform her he is here. She holds the ball and hides it with herself. Kang sends out his guards, however they are no match for Xena and Gu, who turn off the lights and kill all the guards. Kang is then left alone with Sia and his lawyer. The latter abandons him too, and with no choice left, Kang attaches a time bomb to Sia. However, before he can do anything further, Xena kills him and then hangs Sia upside down. This is when Sia uses the ball and throws it towards her father. He catches the ball and can tell where Sia is, and successfully shoots Xena. But the story does not end here, as Sia has a time bomb attached to her. In time, Jan arrives at the scene, revealing his wound wasn't fatal, and gives Gu the tools to disable the bomb. In the end, all three of them are saved. In the final scene, we see Gu in jail and Jan and Sia visiting him, and all three of them talking about happy things like dating and relationships. Stay tuned to catch the review for the next movie.